things.
Oh,
So,
that is
you know,
so...
you can eat them. They're not that bad because they're getting pretty ripe. They're not like a Bing cherry. I don't mean that, but for a pie cherry.
That was tart.
So, anyways, yeah.
You better put some sugar in
A
there.
little over a cup of sugar.
Okay.
They won't be. They won't be real sweet. I
But
don't
it'll
like
be.
them,
It'll be
but
good.
it'll take down the tart
Uh-huh.
of the cherry. But they're juicy, aren't they?
They are. They're good.
They are juicy. Well, Sonia,
Yeah.
So we're at Sonia's and we are having homemade cherry pie with ice cream and her lovely hospitality. This is so great for Kansas. Just goes to show you the kind of people that are here. Never a stranger. That's really amazing. So we thank you, Sonia. There she is in the kitchen. And we just thank you so much for this. It's such an experience. I can't wait to share with my husband.
Yeah,
All right, we'll get back later.
Bring him on when
Oh, really?
When they built it. We have some.
Okay, so this is Sonia. I got that right, correct?
Yes.
And your dog's name is?
Edie.
Edie. This is Edie.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, that's me.
We met Sonia picking cherries at the Achenbach Hospital, and she's invited us to her lovely house. So nice.
We have a doctor that lives across the street, and he's a pain management doctor, so he goes to Goodland, Russell, you know, Hayes, so he doesn't practice every day here, right here in the county.
Sonia, could you tell us real quick again, since I didn't have this recorded, who bought your old farm now, was it?
Ted Turner, let's see, that would have been in 1968 is the year that he bought it. And he's been really good to the community. Gives back in many different ways, and comes to our celebrations on the 4th of July and just is one of us.
That's really cool to hear that.
He's a real asset to the community.
That's good to hear. Thank you so much for saying that. I wanted to be sure and get that on video. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, we'll be
Well, why
back.
don't you-
This is the old hospital in Hardtner that became it's called the Achenbach. It's the man who started the town of Hardtner. Like I said, this was originally a regular hospital, but it turned into a kind of a mental hospital for obviously people with emotional problems. It's kind of spooky just because of its abandonedness. This was places where the nurses, this part over here was where the nurses stayed and lived. And then of course this is where the patients were. Of course, some people want to say it's haunted. But it is still part of Hardtner's history. And as Aaron was saying, this town was at its heyday in the 30s, in the 1930s, and the town never exceeded 1,000 people. But here we are. This is where, like I said, my grandparents, my mom, a lot of family from this area. There's Aaron over there filming too. He's getting right up there into those windows, which I'll let him do. But pretty cool. This is our farewell tour of Kansas, and
I'm happy to be doing it with my son, Aaron. This is a real special time for us. All right, we'll be back.
Yep.
Yep, this is Wheats Hill. You ready?
Yep.
This is, look at how it's not a big hill.
But at the time.
Oh yeah, the major bike crash.
Oh, this is where you crashed?
Yes. None of those apartments were there.
Oh, dang. That's new.
Here's the old church that me and your brother fought. The priest lived in this, and this was our church. It was not brick when we went. It wasn't brick. I believe this was the Clark house. Yeah, the one I had the major bike crash with Kathy Yunk on the handlebars. She ended up with a fractured arm.
And what happened to you?
Well, I just had scrapes. It's even changed since Eileen
Well,
was
you
in
know
it.
they've updated it.
Yeah. Let's just kind of move out of the way. There's a car behind us. Her good friends of the family. This was one of our doctor's offices. Let's see. Is this the house? Yeah. That was Dorsenberg's house.
We got a little tunnel of trees.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? You gonna run out of space?
No, I'll run out of battery before anything, but I brought another charger.
Get the Medicine Lodge grade school. And catch nannies. Building.
So, this is cute because you got. So they had stoplights going across the front of it?
All down Main Street. So up Main Street. That's the library. Catching the street in
Oh, yeah.
the intermediate school.
And just think, like, this is where Nanny went to work.
Yeah.
Like, you wake up on a Tuesday and you don't want to work, and then you come here.
Oh yeah, we go down there to the
Barber County Court.
Do you want me to just keep going? Because then here's the Grand Hotel. Or how do you want to do that?
I'm debating.
Eileen's apartment,
You know what? Maybe park here.
I saw my mom stay here during high school. Was Sweet's daughter. Okay, that makes sense. Candy.
Oh, Nanny always said that. That's why they did that.
Huh?
She always said that's why they named her that.
She did?
Yeah.
She told you a lot of stuff, but
Well, see, I think that's another reason why it's cool to me, because, you know, she did talk to me about it a lot.
she did. She talked to you. See, of course, it was my mother, so I wasn't as interested. This is the Grand Hotel in Medicine Lodge, and Annie stayed here during her high school years. Need to kind of get across the street maybe to get a better view. There's Aaron over there setting up his camera. So it's the Grand Hotel. It's the main street here. Kind of come down here to the front. Oh yeah, we can get the sign. Here we are with the sign of the Grand Hotel. It's awesome. Main Street. Hi, do you mind being in the film? Crutchfield's house, that White House over there. Spent a lot of time there. It was my mother's best friend house. It's a beautiful house on the inside. There's, like I said, this is down Main Street. Obviously, when I lived here, it was the height of this town. It was in the 60s when this was a hopping town. And of course we all know that all the little small towns are definitely disappearing. Used to be the dime store over there, that store. Of course, the old Forsyth furniture store, that old sign was still there. But, and then here, of course, we have Aaron shooting on his camera. The Grand Hotel. Beautiful old building. Like I said, my mom stayed here during high school. Days gone by. Days gone by. It's just life, I guess. Okay, I'll come back. Wow, beautiful old building. Back to the Grand Hotel. Just was a real upscale hotel according to what the sign said. You can take a look at the sign. I did take a picture of it, but these people that owned it, according to the sign, George and daughter Sweet, Mrs. Skinner, managed the Grand Hotel until her death in 1980. Her daughter was Candy Skinner, which was my mother, Joanne's best friend. So I think that's pretty cool stuff. All right, I'll be back. Man, baseball fields.
See, that's neat. Were they always the Indians?
Yes, the Indians?
Yeah.
Yes. Mucilage Indians. Yeah, there's already lots of people at the pool. We'll show him how it's changed. Good. That's a large pool. I gotta lose a few pounds.
Same.
I'm gonna come pull there because it's my first birthday party was in that pavilion. We got to keep our eyes open for any kind of snake. Because I don't think we can go down here too far.
No.
This is not, this was all sandy.
This looks like a good crawdad kitchen.
Well,
It's like you.
obviously, look, the main river's over there. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Dallas, sorry, we can't get to it. This is Elm Creek now by the park.
Well, yeah, because this would make sense if you were a little kid. You would come play here, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
Oh, I'm sure you'd be all under the bridge and shit. It would probably be super fun.
And it was. And you said this is all new.
Yeah, that's all like a war memorial.
Okay,
There's something about
start of.
there's something about that caboose in Martina McBride.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
See, she's from Sharon, which is right down the road. Okay. Nanny's old church.
Oh yeah. Like you said, lumberyard's still there.
Yeah. But most of this stuff is pretty closed up. So that was the old movie house. Yeah, there were lights on every one of these
Streets.
intersections.
And like you said, now it's like they don't even need it.
No. And I turned on this street because that's what my dad told me to do.
That's so funny. That's so granted. Like, don't want to walk on the highway the whole time, just half the time.
Yeah, just
And you're like, all right.
half the time. Beautiful. I always loved their house. Of course, these apartments were not here when I lived here.
Right, that's got to be new construction. So it'd be cool if I could, there's gotta be a way for us to sneak and get a video of the, not sneak, but at least like peek through the trees and see the brown derby without the
Well, let me
propane bottle
pull in
blocking it. Yeah, like just YOLO it and go around that building.
Yeah, just act
Like, we done got lost.
we're from Colorado.
We're from Colorado.
So this is obviously, but this we cut up through. These trees are little. But you can see where.
So you can tell it's totally like a Sonic type
and it
pull
had
up.
the, like a Sonic. They had a little trailer house back here.
That's where
they
the people lived, yeah.
This was, we'd go in there, there was a picnic bench. Me and Polly would sit there, we'd pick up straws here. Of course, we'd cut through from the bowling alley. And then, like I said, they had a little
Mobile.
mobile home there. And you can see, like I say, where, people would, and you could eat inside. They had a few booths you could eat inside. And Polly and I'd pick up straws and he'd pay us $0.25.
Wonder what that was for inflation. Probably $1, huh?
Probably, yeah. We were able to buy a Coke and a fry. We always spent our money.
I was gonna say, and then he's investing in himself because then you come right back.
Because we always spent our money right back. Now catch the Assembly of God that this is actually a church. Even though this building has changed, this isn't the way it looked. Somehow we need to get a photo of the old bowling alley.
Yeah, well,
That was the armory.
so this is Armory.
Now it's a church. It was a dinner place and place where people came to drink, and it turned into a church. So that makes me really happy.
Yeah, that's good.
That would freeze over, and we would slide around on that. Look, the cemetery goes clear up there.
I was gonna say, it looks like you can go through that
Yeah,
bush.
that's all new. None of that was there. I'm real shocked that it's that big, because none of that was there. None of these buildings. Of course, the little building we're gonna have to
Swoosh.
swoosh by back on the highway. Hey, and this is the high school, which we didn't make it there. We moved before.
You got into the high school. Probably nobody. It's probably just.
I know, it's just. And like I said, this little building, this little mausoleum always scared me.
It's creepy. See, I feel like a guy named Frank McAllister would be buried in that.
I don't remember that house. I guess. Is it a house?
I don't know what that is.
I don't remember that.
Like, why does it need a window? If you're dead.
So you can look out. No, I do kind of remember that. I guess that's where you would meet.
That's probably where the, like...
Notice absolutely no setting stones, monuments, or other permanent objects. Remove all decorations. He said he removed those, remember?
After 2 weeks, yeah, but some of my stuff survived.
I know, it's still there. Yeah, I do kind of remember that. Yeah, so we were always playing around up here, and I'd always be scared. This is all new, none of that down there.
Well, like you said, now it goes completely back behind through those bushes.
Yeah, that's crazy that it's clear up there. But you got to figure, Aaron, that was 50-some years ago.
Yeah.
A lot's happened in 50-some years,
Fair.
right?
Fair. And you're not wrong.
Now where do we go?
Do we hit Stockade?
What else did I need to capture? You've captured the high school.
Elementary, middle school. Elm Creek, we're gonna go to the mill because we can't get to it.
Okay, we'll do that on our way out.
We got Maine.
This is, like you say, came into. I want you to film Polly's house.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because she was my best friend.
No, let's go get Polly's house.
That I actually, nobody there. This all used to be a really nice street, but it was this house right there.
Oh, how
That's
cool.
Polly's house. This is where we rode our bikes all over this place. This was our stomping ground for riding our bikes. Okay. The old armory. I can't think of anything else that we said we wanted to get.
No, I think we pretty much have hit it. The main thing will be the 2 museums.
Oh, let's just go up one street. Let's just go up the Brownie house and the house that I lived in.
Yeah, let's do that. The one that we saw yesterday.
On West 2nd. And then we'll head over to the, you can shut it off and we can head over to the Stockade. What time do they open?
They should be open. I was like,
This street. What is this street? Second. This is it. Yeah, there's the Brownie house. So, that's where we went to the Brownies. doesn't look like anybody really lives there, does it?
No, but it's got a flagpole still. I'm sure that was from back then.
Yeah. And then the house that we lived in before we moved to the bowling alley. Yes. Right. Right where that goes. It's right here. Right here. This was, we lived there till we moved to the bowling alley. And then one other house my brother wanted was Tatera's house, and that should be right here if I remember. The Tatera's. I think, I don't know if I remember exactly which house it was. It was one of these. Oh, look at how some of that's all boarded up. I thought it was this one, but we'll let my brother look at it.
So he may look at this and remember.
Oh, one other house, the Lottridge house. That was his, another one of his friends. They lived. Probably up that street, and I think I blew it. That was part of the that plan over there.
Part of the gypsum thing.
There used to be a sale barn where you'd bring the cows and buy them. We'd go to the sale barn with our granddad.
Gross.
Well, you buy live animals.
Gross.
Yeah.
I just see flies and smelly.
Yeah. I'm sure there was a lot of that.
But you know, if you're like grew up with cowboys, that's like how you.
That's
It's just
the way it
fine. You know
was,
what I
yeah,
mean?
you just
nothing
didn't
weird
think
about
about
that.
it.
No.
It's just so, like you said, just like we've talked, whatever you've been raised with or indoctrinated with, it doesn't seem odd to you if, you know, something that might be weird to you.
Yeah, oil again. So we'll get White's food later now that it's all fancy.
White's was not there when we
It was on the other side.
Well, it wasn't even there when we lived here. Sonic did, like you said, didn't make it.
But it looked like there was a couple of them that died. So it might have been somebody that owned more than one too that pulled out.
Jayhawker. Okay.
Yeah, got to be a lot of oil because there's like 3 or 4 different oil thingies.
Yeah. You'd think someplace like Sonic would make it.
There was a
But
crap.
if you just don't have the people.
There was a crap ton of people with the Sonic and Alva.
Yeah, there was. The Copa. That's where Polly's mom worked.
At the Copa?
At the Copa. Jeanette. Not many people there.
No, there's
This was a restaurant gas station. And here we are at the stocking. Perry Nation Hall. Where do you park?
Oh shit, it's not open.
It's not open?
No, because that door needs to be open.
No way.
Here, it was yesterday.
It was yesterday?
Pull into this and we'll Google what time. It might be 11.
I mean, this was a